Verse 69, and they that consent unto them shall be hid in derision and in reproach. It's like, and they that consent unto thee shall be had in derision and in reproach. Second Ezra 16 and 69, and they that consent unto them shall be had in derision and in reproach, and trodden underfoot.
Right, so if you consent to all these mandates and everything Esau Edom coming with, you know, this whole system coming with, they gonna have you in derision, man. It's gonna have you in derision. You got it, bro. Look up that word derision real quick.
And they that can
All right. So you got it, bro? Yeah. So you might as well just stand firm, stand stiff for the name and will of your for the will and name of your high Bashim Shah, basically. You know, because you consent, it's only for your destruction. They're gonna have you in derision. Just like these people consenting with the mandates of the C-19, taking that jab, straight derision. You got it, bro.
It says derision means contemptuous ridicule or mockery,
The contemptuous ridicule or mockery.
scoffing, the disrespect, the taunt, scorn, insult, teasing.
Cause this what happen when you consent to Esau anyway, man. You hate you know what I'm saying? You know you gonna hate you ever done that, man. Cause this man, he is a vessel of wrath fitted for destruction. So everything he come with, it end up lead to your destruction. You know, you got hell and death followed him. So that's what he's producing. You know, that's basically what he's producing, hell and death. You got it, huh?
Second Ezra 16 and 70. For there shall be in every place and in the big cities a great insurrection upon those that fear the Lord.
Right, and those that fear the Lord. This gonna be on the nation of Israel. That's what we see going on right now. We seeing that's why they even talked about enacting the Insurrection Act in Minnesota because of the unrest that's going on. You know how people are rising up against how the ICE agents are handling the people, especially the Northern Kingdom. Because you start looking at how they arresting, Jake and how they handling Jake. They don't. I done seen a couple videos where they were taking, when I say Jake Northern Kingdom, they were taking Northern Kingdom. They was at work at Target, and he was telling them he legal, and they still took him out. And then I don't know if this guy was a heathen. He looked like he was a Moabite. It was another case. It was an article. It was him, his son, his daughter-in-law, and their child. They all lived together. And ICE kicked the door down with guns pointed at the whole family and took him out into the freezing cold. All he had on was his underwear, some slippers, and a blanket because he was asleep. And they took him to the middle of nowhere, taking pictures of him. He was trying to show him who he was, that he was legal. They didn't even want to hear it. So it's gonna be a great insurrection. They gonna, like I said, they gonna come down like madmen. Well, he got
Verse 71, they shall be like madmen, sparing none, but still spoiling and destroying those that fear the Lord.
Right, they're gonna be uncontrollable. It ain't gonna be nothing that people can do to really get them to stop treating them in that contemptuous way, like the brother being held in derision. And that's how Esau moving right now. And guess what? They got full support of the government. Homeland Security say they justifying their actions. J.D. Vance say they got full immunity. Trump backing them up, saying if the not the government, but the wicked officials keep getting in the way, he gonna do something about it.
And that sounds like a bunch of hate crime to me. I thought that was a bad thing. Taking you said what kind of who they took out the house? Like what he doing?
He looked like he was Moabite on the picture, but I don't know. He could be still Jake.
Was it even then? It's still against what they say, another race other than yours? Was it a white man snatching a Chinese man out of their house, taking him to the middle of nowhere, taking pictures of? What did you could have took the pictures outside of the house?
Right. And he said, I don't know how long. I think he said it took him about an hour or so away. He wasn't even nowhere near his house.
He said, what we going out here for? You gotta think about what's going through his mind on the way out there. I'm in my drawers, man. What y'all been doing?
He thought he was gonna die because he said he thought they were gonna beat him. But they wasn't. He said they wasn't. You know, it was in the middle of nowhere, so it wasn't nobody around to know what what was gonna happen to him.
He probably said that to him too. Can't nobody even scream like him. Nah, they get out.
Which all of that is a shadow to come, during Jacob's trouble. So, they started with the northern tribe, but sooner or later it's gonna hit the southern tribe. And then, we've been through a lot already, but we know that's coming, that there was a time that have never been before on the earth. So, like the brother quoted earlier in the week, so it's coming, and now's the time to prepare your mind what we in camp on all the time, and what y'all started out with, Isaiah 33, 5 and 6, wisdom and knowledge. Because the elite are trying to erase all of slavery. They taking everything that deal with slavery out to where it's not mentioned anymore. They trying to erase it. But they're not gonna be able to erase it because it's already etched in a lot of people's mind. What happened. You got too many people that have went through it, that have told they kids and generations under them, what it was about, and so it's something they can't erase. It's something like you were saying earlier when I walked up, something they can't take away. So they trying to remove it and take it away, so it's not in people's mind anymore. But it's not gonna happen.
It's just like Nakamayah. He had bought this picture out, and he said it was his grandma. I think that who it was. That was a slave. They had the picture of him.
Yeah.
So you can't, especially when Jake got it in the house, like you can't get rid of that. You can't hide that.
Right.
Like I say, that's history. It's his story. That's your story. Verse 72. For they shall waste and take away their goods and cast them out of their houses. Then shall they be known who are my chosen, and they shall be tried as the gold in the fire.
Right, so it said, then it shall be known who are my chosen. The elect will be tried through the fire, constantly being tested and being refined and being proven. That's what it said in the GNT. They're gonna be tested, but they're gonna be proven. So they're gonna be solid, members of the elect. So going back to this Isaiah 4:1 commentary, where it says 7 women will take hold of 1 man. Number 7 often symbolizes completeness or perfection in the Bible. Here it suggests a significant imbalance between men and women, likely due to the devastation of war, where many men have died. This scenario reflects a desperate situation where women seek security and social standing through marriage, even if it means sharing one husband. Now it says, and say we will eat our own bread and wear our own clothes. This indicates a reversal of traditional marriage roles, where a husband would typically provide for his wife. The woman's willingness to support themselves highlights their desperation to remove the stigma of being unmarried. It also reflects the economic hardship and societal collapse following judgment. So going back to that 1 Corinthians 7, the unbelieving wife, during that time, you ain't got to worry about trying to convince your wife a teacher about who we are. She's just gonna fall in line because of how bad everything is gonna be during that time. It says, just let us be called by your name. Being called by a man's name signifies marriage and the social protection it affords. In ancient Israel, a woman's identity and security were closely tied to her marital status. This plea underscores the cultural importance of marriage and the shame associated with being unmarried, which that's what we see nowadays, like you were saying, even with the woman you're dealing with. She see now being without a righteous man, it ain't nothing out here. That's why they call it the wall. But the scriptures already talk about that, Then it say take away our disgrace. It says the disgrace refers to the social stigma of being unmarried and childless, which was significant in ancient Near Eastern cultures, which is where we came from. This plea for the removal of disgrace can also be seen as a medical metaphor. I ain't gonna read this. So, and I'll read one more breakdown of it, and then unless Russell got something else to close out. It's what does Isaiah 4:1 mean? So again, it's another breakdown. It says, in that day signifies a definite moment of divine intervention. Isaiah often uses this phrase to mark the aftermath of judgment that the Most High Himself initiates. The context is the discipline promised in Isaiah 3:16-26, where the nation's pride is stripped away. With many men slain, Isaiah 3:25, society is left lopsided and the women feel the consequences. Scripture never exaggerates. The prophecy points to a literal season where the land is devastated and survivors gripped with the scarcity and shame, which Joel chapter 2:1-11 and Amos 8-9, which we read that 8. Now it says 7 women would take hold of one man. 7 women reflects an extreme shortage of husbands after war, confirming Isaiah 3:25. Your men will fall by the sword. Taking hold pictures urgency and desperation. Ruth 1:14, 1 Samuel 15:27. The normal approach to marriage is reversed. Women now press for acceptance. And it says the Most High predicted such inversion as a curse for covenant unfaithfulness. It says underscoring the literal conventional backdrop. We will eat our own bread and provide our own clothes. Their pledge, our own bread, shows willingness to forego the customary provisions a husband supply. They ask for no dowry, no support, only relief from reproach.
I'm gonna say this, even like now, you go out and you deal, or just not even just going out, when you talk to women, whether it be, in public, social media, work, these women all looking for the same thing. Somebody to pay their bill, and put food on the table for them. They don't even gonna cook it here. You fuck around, gotta cook it too. And then now they gon', and now it's saying like they gonna have their own, but you ain't gotta bring the food. I got my own food. I got my own this. I got my own that. You ain't gonna be, they gonna be held to a different standard.
It says self-reliance here is not noble independence, but evidence of social collapse. The scene reminds us that sin's fallout touches everyday needs: food, clothing, and security. Now just let us be called by your name. Claiming your name means legal marriage, gaining the man's household identity, which legal marriage is according to the way the Lord set it up, which is through sex. Name conveys covering, protection, and future. Compare the honorable place Ruth seeks under Boaz's name. And it says Isaiah later promises a remnant will bear the Most High's own name, pointing beyond human solutions to divine restoration. Now take away our disgrace. Our disgrace refers to the stigma of barrenness or singleness in that culture. Shame in Scripture is often tied to covenant failure. Only the Lord can lift it completely. The cry foreshadows the gospel. Yahweh Shai removes reproach, presenting his bride without spot or wrinkle. So the summary says, Isaiah 4:1 literally pictures a devastated society where women beg a single man for marriage simply to erase shame, offered to meet their own material needs. The verse stands as a sober reminder that disobedience brings tangible relational fallout. Yet it also hints at a deeper hope. Only by taking hold of a greater name, besides home, can lasting disgrace be removed and true security restored. So just tying all that back into that 1 Corinthians 7, where the Lord said that believing husband and unbelieving wife, all you gotta do is just, maintain. That's what Paul was saying. Look, if you got a woman, maintain. And if you don't have one, don't go seek it. Just maintain. If the Lord give you one, you deal. But in that time, for whoever these brothers, it's gonna apply to, you gonna be moving in the mindset of trying to be delivered and saved, and women gonna be trying to get under you. So, you know, your unbelieving wife, if she's still with you at that time, she trust me, she gonna turn into a believer. If all the other women are gonna be like this, they don't have a man trying to get a man, the woman that you know with, if she's still with you, trust me, she gonna convert. Y'all brothers got anything?
Yeah, Isaiah 13.
Starting at 1? Or you want 12?
Start at 1.
It's Isaiah chapter 13, verse 1.
What's the subtitle? What's
There you go.
Just do that?
Yeah. If you want the NLT.
Right.
The burden of Babylon, which Isaiah the son of Amos did see. Lift ye up a banner upon the high mountain.
Right.
Exalt the voice unto
You got both on the amplified in?
yeah.
Kind of cycle which one you want to go into.
Exalt the voice unto them.
So it said lift up the read go from the Salah. Go read it again.
Lift up the banner upon the high mountain.
So we lifting up the banner on the high mountain. And that banner represents this holy Bible, the standard of Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai. Go ahead. America is that high mountain, you know. It's the highest government on the earth that's been controlling everything, you know, for hundreds of years. You got
Exalt the voice unto them. Shake the hand.
so we exalting the voice unto them and we shaking the hand. We the mourning eyed people. You know, we just basically lifting up our voice like a trumpet and letting Jacob know their transgressions and the house of Israel their sins, you know. That's basically what we're doing, letting our people know, look, America done tricked us. You know what I'm saying? This whole system, they put us in environments and situations that got us doing all type of wickedness. We can't use that as no excuse no more. You know, we got to come back to the Heavenly Father. This is our way out, man. You know, because once He bring the judgment, it ain't gonna be no more talking. You know, because we know right from wrong. You know, you got it.
That they may go into the gates of the nobles.
See, but it's all about this word going into the gates of the nobles. Who are the nobles? The elites, the international bankers who control everything, who control the money, who control the resources, who make the laws. They control everybody. You know, so now this word is reaching to them, and we letting y'all know y'all time is up. Your rulership is over. The kingdom of heaven is being established before your eyes, and it's gonna be ruled by so-called black, Hispanic, Latinos, and Native American, so-called Native American men, you know, under the authority of the so-called black man, Yahweh Shai, you know. You got it,
I have commanded my sanctified ones.
So the Lord commanded His sanctified ones, you know, go ahead.
I have also called my mighty ones for my anger.
See, we the sanctified ones, you know. We was, Lord willing, we those men. But get that in John, what is it, 17 and 12, you get it on Yahweh. We'll sanctify them through my word, through sanctify them through the truth. You know, read that again,
I have commanded my sanctified ones.
So the Lord have commanded His sanctified ones to do what? To exalt the voice, lift up that banner up on the high mountain. You know, they probably, I think it's John 17 and 12 through the John.
I have also called my mighty ones for my anger, even them that rejoice in my height.
So who is His mighty ones? The holy angels. You know, Revelation 7. You know, the angels that was given the power to bring destruction upon the earth. You know, so everybody has a job to do. Remember, the angels are our brother, and of our fellow servants, and of our brother. You know, they don't have the physical bodies we have. You know, they just had a straight celestial body. You got it up. 17 to 15. Sanctify them through thy truth. Thy word is true.
17. But I started at 15.
And get get what's the name right? Those second Heroes name sanctified before the word begin. Get those sanctified ones. Go ahead.
I'm gonna read this. I'm gonna read the KJV. It says, this is John 17 and 15. I pray not that thou shouldest take them out of the world, but that thou shouldest keep them from the evil. They are not of the world, even as I am not of the world.
Right, see, so the elect is not of this world. Even as Yahweh Shai wasn't of the world, the elect are not of this world. This is why we able to do what we doing. Lord willing, we those men. But this is why the elect is going to be able to stand stiffly for the name of Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai in this world. You know, go ahead and confess him. If they can stand so stiffly and confess his name in this world, go ahead.
Now I'm going to read 17 in the AMP. It says, sanctify them in the truth.
Sanctify them in the truth.
Set them apart from your set them apart for your purpose.
Right.
Make them holy.
Right. See, sanctify, make them holy. Go ahead, set them apart. Go ahead.
Your word is truth.
Thy word, his word is truth. And what the scripture say, you should know the truth, and the truth should make you free. You got it, bro.
The second Ezra chapter 6, you want the point?
Oh, yeah.
Second Ezra chapter 6.
Chapter 9.
You said,
Sanctify those who sanctify before the word begins.
oh, okay, come. The second Ezra chapter 9.
Start at verse 7.
And every one that shall be saved and shall be able to escape by his works and by faith, whereby ye have believed, shall be preserved from the said peril.
Shall be preserved from the said perils. Cause it's gonna get ugly out here. We still, hey, you still can go home and get in there, get out that heat, get out that cover, relax. You know what I'm saying? And eventually, it's gonna turn into Jacob's trouble for real. It's gonna be, what scripture said in those evils, we're gonna be those days. You know, what did the Lord say? Pray that flight don't come in the
I
winter.
was just thinking about that.
You got it, huh?
And shall see my salvation in my land,
See, you shall see his salvation in his land over here.
and within my borders,
Right,
for I have sanctified them for me from the beginning.
right, see. So you got the elect, that 144,000, they were sanctified from the beginning. They were sanctified from the beginning before this world was created to do what they do. You know, just like Yahweh Shai was. They was right there being sanctified with Yahweh Shai. You know, they follow the Lamb whithersoever he goes. You got it, huh?
Back in Isaiah 13 and 4, the noise of a multitude in the mountains, like as a great people.
The Lord of the multitude in the mountains, in the different governments around the world, you know, like of a great people. This is all the different countries coming up against America. Go ahead.
A tumultuous noise of the kingdoms of nations gathered together.
See,
The Lord of hosts mustered the host of the battle.
see, the Lord is mustering up the host of the battle. The Lord is getting all these. He had, you know, over the years, but mainly now since Trump, you know, got in. The Lord mustering up the host of the battle. He making all these nations, boy, want America bad. Go ahead. Even America allies, cause they like, we've been friends for all this time, and now you trying to tell us, look, y'all slacking, y'all ain't done. I don't need y'all, you know.
I'm putting tariff on them.
Right, you know. And they like, what?
This tax.
We been in this together. Well, you know how much slack we done took for y'all? You know what I'm saying? We done done this and that. Oh, okay, go ahead, bro. That's why in Revelation 17, when it said the 10 horns shall hate the whore and strip her neck, make her desolate. When you look at that word desolate up, it goes into, they're going to take away her aid. Matter of fact, let's get that real quick. Revelation 17. Where it said the 10 horns shall hate the whore. Go ahead, bro.
They come from a far country,
See, they come from a far country.
from the end of the heavens.
See, but this talking about Russia and all her allies. Go ahead.
Even the Lord and the weapons of his indignation.
See, even the Lord and the weapons of his indignation. What's the weapons of his indignation? Those thermal nuclear missiles, those intercontinental ballistic missiles. Those are the weapons of the Lord's indignation. Those weapons was made through all the elements on this earth. You know, they learned how to manipulate. The so-called white man, he living out his blessing. He learned how to manipulate the elements on the left hand side to create a weapon. You know what I'm saying? The horn is so much energy in it that when he let it loose, boom, it'll just wipe out everybody. You know?
To destroy the whole land.
Right, you know? Got it out. It's around verse 10, 16.
Yeah. I was trying to see a good. I started at 10. See a good place to start. I started at 14. It said, this is Revelation 17:14. These shall make war with the Lamb.
See, these should make war with the last time about the 10 horns, you know? Because the Lord will come back in the midst of World War III, and all nations going to stop fighting each other, and they're going to turn their attention to the threat from outer space, you know? Which is our salvation coming, you know, the chariots of Israel. You got it, bro. You got it, huh?
And the Lamb shall overcome them.
The Lamb will overcome them, because we're Revelations 19, you know? He coming on the chariot, and he should wage war in righteousness. Him and what is that? I saw heaven open. You know what I'm saying? And the armor, he who sat up on that white horse, we just talking about the chariot. He gonna crack the clouds, and the arms of heaven's coming with him. You know, we got a whole army. You know, we the ground force. We the ground troops. We got a whole air force just in a whole nother realm that's gonna show up out of nowhere, man. But it's just like when Esau go to war. Man, once them B-52 bombers get them stealth bombers get to showing up, everybody, that's when all them countries realize, man, we ain't got, shit, we at a disadvantage, man.
They call it the kill streak.
Huh?
They call it the kill streak.
Yeah.
It said, for he is Lord of lords and kings of kings.
Huh?
And they that are with him are called and chosen and faithful.
They had it with him, because you're right, man. You know, that's the armies of heaven over there.
And he said unto me, the water which thou sawest, where the horse sitteth, are people and multitudes and nations and tongues.
Talking about America, how all the nations flock to America and live in America. Go ahead.
And the 10 horns which thou sawest upon the beast, these shall hate the whore.
10 horns represent those nations of the EU that's hating America. They want to see America gone now. You know what I'm saying? Even in Trump's first term, when he went over there and he was clowning and they taking photos, he jumping in front, pushing, you know what I'm saying? He pushing the European Union leaders back, jumping in the front of, you know. And Trump been clowning, you know, he been going hard, you know. It's from his first time until now, like you say, talking about putting tariffs on the taxes. Come on, go ahead, bro.
And shall make her desolate
Right.
and naked,
They
and
go.
shall eat her flesh and burn her with fire.
So I said I want you to look up that word desolate. They should eat her, you know what I'm saying, make her desolate. It's gonna show you how they gonna make her desolate. So it's gonna show you, cause you nothing without your allies.
I'm gonna read in the AMP and then I'll look it up. It says, and the 10 horns which you saw, and the beast, these will hate the prostitute,
Because the whole beast system represents NATO and the EU. Go ahead.
and will make her desolate and naked, stripped of her power and influence.
See, hey, you keep it right there. Gonna strip her of her power and her influence. Then it also says, when you look it up, strip her of her aid, you know, her power and her influence, you know. Go ahead.
And will eat her flesh and completely consume her with fire.
How they gonna consume her with fire? They gonna shoot missiles on this place. You know, everybody gonna eventually shoot their missiles on America. So we're gonna strip her of her aid. What is that? Her aid,
Influence.
her aid and her influence. You know, and this is what they doing that.
Her power and her influence.
Right, strip her of her power and her influence. You know, because America, they might got you know, all this military power, but you ain't nothing when you can't go. You win all the wars America had to fight overseas. You got to have your bases and your, you know what I'm saying? You know, why you think all them, like you always hear about them American troops stationed in Germany and this guy? That's where a lot of equipment and stuff had to, you know what I'm saying? That's like they had to go to war with Russia, a ground war, like even with that war in Ukraine. You know, them American troops over there help fight. Them NATO troops help fight. You know.
Right.
But you still got the Ukrainians over there who fight. You know, but it's the small heads who control that country because Ukraine is the land where that's where the Caucasus Mountains, that's where the Khazars came from right there. In Ukraine, that's the land, you know, in Ukraine right there. That's where the Khazarian Empire was at. You got it, bro. That's it on there.
No, let me read one more.
Oh, go ahead.
It said, for Yahweh Shem Yahushua has put in their heart to carry out his purpose by agreeing together to surrender their kingdom to the beast.
So when they created that whole modern day Roman Empire, the Lord put it in their heart to do this. You know, so now he put it in their heart to you know, go ahead, bro.
Until the prophetic word of Yahweh Shem Yahushua will be fulfilled.
Until the prophetic words of Yahweh Shem shall be fulfilled. So he put it in their hearts to set up that whole kingdom. You know what I'm saying? That whole NATO and the EU. And now he put it in their hearts to turn on each other. You got it, bro.
Back in Isaiah 13, verse 6. Howl ye, for the day of the Lord is at hand.
Right.
It shall come as a destruction from the Almighty.
Come.
Therefore shall all hands be faint, and every man's heart shall melt.
Right. So if you don't have this knowledge, wisdom, and understanding, you gonna tap out mentally. Go ahead.
Verse 8 in the AMP. They of Babylon will be shocked and terrified. Anguish will grip them. They will be in pain like a woman in childbirth. They will stare aghast and horrified at one another, their faces aflame from the effects of the unprecedented warfare.
See, right. Go ahead.
Listen carefully, the day of the Lord is coming, cruel with wrath and raging anger, to make the land a horror of devastation, and he shall exterminate its sinners from it.
Right, man. So we're going to make this, read that in the KJV too.
Verse 9 in KJV, behold, the day of the Lord coming, cruel both with wrath and fierce anger,
Right.
to lay the land desolate.
To lay this land desolate right here. What land is talking about? Babylon the Great. Go ahead.
And he shall destroy the sinners thereof out of it.
Destroy the sinners thereof out of it. Go ahead.
For the stars of heaven and the constellations thereof shall not give their light.
Right.
The sun shall be darkened.
This is spiritually and physically, because we represent the stars. The Lord gonna pull us back. You know what I'm saying? We the stars. Read it again, bro.
For the stars of heaven and the constellations thereof shall not give their light.
Right. Because what did the Lord say? And we should shine like the what it say? We in Daniel 12. We should shine like the stars of heaven. You know, which that word shine goes to. You know, we're gonna be teaching and warning. Go ahead, but this time gonna come. We gonna fall back. And that's when our hair gonna break loose. And then physically, that thermonuclear wind is gonna be so much smoke going through. It's gonna blot out the sun.
The sun shall be darkened in his going forth, and the moon shall not cause her light to shine. Verse 11 in the AMP. In this way I will punish the world for its evil, and the wicked for their wickedness, their sin, their injustice, their wrongdoing. I will also put an end to the arrogance of the proud, and will abase the arrogance of the tyrant. Verse 12 in the KJV. I will make a man more precious than fine gold.
Right, see, so he gonna make a man more precious. See, that's what the men of the Lord gonna get their true value back then. You gonna be priceless. You know, it's already it's on a smaller level now. You know what I'm saying, for face value. But that's when it's gonna go. That's when the price gonna go up. You know what I'm saying? How the price will go like $4,000 a pound now. You know, I mean an ounce. You know, go ahead. You know, hey, being a Lord prices at this time. Go ahead.
I will make a man more precious than fine gold,
Right.
even a man than a golden wedge of Ophir.
Oh.
And I'm gonna read that in the BBE version. It says, I will make men, which is all talking about the men of the Lord. I will make men so small in number that a man will be harder to get than gold, even the best gold of Ophir.
Oh.
Therefore, verse 13, KJV, therefore I will shake the heavens, and the earth shall remove out of her place in the wrath of the Lord of hosts.
It's gonna cause the earth to move out of her place.
and in the day of his fierce anger. And it shall be as the chase roll, and as a sheep that no man taketh up.
Right, that's how it's gonna be in this day, man. Especially for you Edomites around here. It's gonna be like you watch the National Geographic. You see them deer running for their life, and they don't got no defense. Them animal chasing was a lion, leopard. You know what I'm saying? That's how that day gonna be. Go ahead.
They shall every man turn to his own people,
See, then this in the race war gonna kick out. Every man gonna turn to his own people.
and flee every one into his own land.
See, a lot of them other nations are already getting up out of here, but something gonna happen. Trump gonna start coming at them. Y'all gotta get terrorists. They gonna get up out of here. It's time to go. They gonna know they gonna get that car from home. Come on back home. It's time for us to light her up. That, you know what I'm saying? We done drained that milk. Come on back home. We finna light her ass up. That great whore.
Everyone that is found shall be thrust through,
Right.
and everyone that is joined unto them shall fall by the sword.
We try to join into these Edomites, join into this system and this philosophy they pushing. You know what I'm saying? This whole AI thing, you gonna get out of here. Go ahead.
Their children also shall be dashed to pieces before their eyes. Their houses shall be spoiled, and their wives ravished.
Right, go ahead.
Behold, I will stir up the Medes against them,
Who is the Medes? The Russians.
which shall not regard silver, and as for gold, they shall not delight in it.
See, Trump been trying to bait them in, offer them into peace talks. Man, Russia ain't studying none of this.
I'm reading the AMP.
Man, you can't pay them off. You ain't finna be able to pay them off with nothing. Go ahead.
Listen carefully. I will put the Medes in motion against them.
Now Jake say you ain't got no motion.
Right. Who have no regard for silver and do not delight in gold, and therefore cannot be bribed.
Right, see, they ain't gonna be able to bribe them, you know.
Their bows will cut down the young men of Babylon. They will take no pity on the fruit of the womb. Their eyes will not look with compassion on the children.
And it's gonna be Russia and all her allies, Iran, North Korea, China, all them nations that hate India. Go ahead, bro. They all gonna turn on America. Pakistan. Yeah, bro.
And Babylon, the great of the glory of kingdoms, Babylon, the glory of kingdoms, the beauty of the Chaldeans' pride will be like Sodom and Gomorrah when the Most High overthrew them.
Outside of Gomorrah went down. Go ahead.
Babylon will never be inhabited or lived in from generation to generation, nor would an Arab pitch his tent there,
See, man, you know this talking about America. The Arabs ain't gonna pitch his tent here.
nor will the shepherds let their sheep lie down there. Be full of owls, ostriches also will live there, and wild goats will dance there. Hyenas will howl in their castles, and jackals in their luxurious palaces. Babylon's time has nearly come, and her days will not be prolonged.
Right, man. So, the end of Esau's kingdom, you know, and the beginning of ours, you know. Esau is the end of the world, and Jacob is the beginning of it that followed. So, Isaiah 33, 5 and 6, you know. They say the Lord is exalted, the Lord is on high, and is exalted. They say he has
Filled Zion with judgment and righteousness.
yeah, he has filled Zion with judgment and righteousness. Wisdom and knowledge should be the stability of thy time and the strength of thy salvation. The fear of the high by Shema Hawashai is his treasure. Yeah.
On that note, we're going to close out. First and foremost, we're going to turn the face to east. All praise and honor and glory to
Yahweh, Ba'Shem, Yahushua, Ba'Shua, Kabadash.
double honor to the apostles and elders, G.M. Haskell, well. Peace, love, and salutation to all the brothers out there pushing this word of sincerity and the truth. Shalom to the brothers and sisters children out there keeping this word of sincerity and the truth. We hope this lesson was edifying. Until next time, we say, Kwam Yashala.
Kwam Yashala.
Ba ba ba.
Ba ba ba.
Shalom.
Shalom.